It's Stephen Colbert's 2019 Super Bowl party skit, and Gritty has just crashed it, a surprise guest invited by actor Patrick Stewart. Gritty and I go way back, Stewart says in his rich, classically trained voice with crisp elocution. We used to be in the Royal Shakespeare Company together. Oh, sure, Hamlet, Colbert says as Gritty shows off a human skull. No, Gritty played Juliet, Stewart says. I have no idea where the skull came from. From Colbert to Fallon to Queer Eye, Gritty has become so popular, it's no longer a surprise to see him anywhere. As a tattoo on a fan's beer belly. As a butter sculpture at the Pennsylvania Farm Show. As a meme for, well, anything. But why? What is it about Gritty that appeals to adults who don't watch hockey and don't even have ties to Philadelphia? It's difficult to explain, says Dustin Kidd, a Temple University sociology professor, but that didn't stop him from trying. Gritty sort of stands for all and is a very hopeful figure that is uniting, which is really striking at a time where we feel so divided, said Kidd, who teaches a course in popular culture at the Philadelphia University. He's a hero and an anti-hero at the same time. But Gritty's realm is not scholarly journals. It's social media that gave him a chance to develop the voice that older mascots never had. The Gritty success was just throwing gasoline on a fire with social media, says Raymond, who ended his tenure as the Fanatic 1 year before Windows 95 launched. He can answer critics. He can fire barbs back. He can be funny, and you learn a little bit more about his personality. Social media doesn't deserve all the credit. Hooper, the Detroit Pistons mascot, has tweeted more than 4,000 times since 2009. But please, raise your hand if you live outside of Detroit and have ever seen a Hooper tweet, let alone actually heard of Hooper, who may or may not be a horse. Twitter didn't make Gritty. Gritty's Twitter made Gritty. Gritty's feed oozes his literally coming in on a wrecking ball mentality. Case in point, Gritty once tweeted a photo of himself on ice dressed as Wonder Woman. The caption, "Skirts are mad comfy. Who knew? My undercarriage feels nice." I don't know any other mascot who would say that, says John Kudo, formerly known as Crunch, the original Minnesota Timberwolves mascot. He is the one guy who would say that because he knows who he is. He has got a grasp on who he is in a way that a lot of mascots don't get until 10 years in. It's not just what Gritty is doing. It's what all of you did to him. It's the fact that Gritty is so memeable. Massive and orange with a mouth permanently agape, Gritty has a long, stringy beard and bulging eyes described 9 out of 10 times as googly. He looks like a Muppet baby who grew up to get hooked on everything, went on a bender, woke up in a dumpster, casually ate from said dumpster, and hitchhiked to a hockey game. Who wouldn't stop and look at Gritty when he pops up on your phone screen, asks Van de Belk, who heads Drexel's Department of Communication and follows Gritty's persistent tweets from pandemic life. It's like the mascot of your nightmares, adds Kudo, who also spent time as Moondog, the Cleveland Cavaliers mascot. The second part of Gritty's memeability is that he largely remains a blank canvas, Van de Belk said. Gritty supports social justice causes, including marching in Philadelphia's LGBT Pride Day parade, but has yet to wade into politics. If you like Gritty, you could be a Democrat, or a Republican, or black or white, or young or old, Myrick said. That's good for making memes, but even better for making friends. Gritty remains ambiguous enough to allow us to form what academics call parasocial relationships with him. A fancy way of saying that you invest emotional time and energy into following Gritty like he's your actual friend. Yet Gritty has no effing clue you exist. It says a lot about us that we sort of take our media figures, be that an NHL mascot or politician or a musician, and we find aspects of ourselves in them, Myrick says. We're kind of in a moment in society where people are just over trying to perform to others and celebrating authenticity. And Gritty is very authentic.